Hello everyone! Today we're doing something special, and no, I'm not talking about Alex or Haley. We're going to do the biggest crop that I've ever done. As you can see, I've made a few small changes to the map, and that's how we're going to accomplish this. Now, our regular basic boring farm layout has pretty much the same amount of farming space available that it always does, so obviously we're not going to be able to work with that. Luckily, I now have this path leading to somewhere on the left side of my farm, so let's take a look. Over here, we now have a whole new giant farming area I can utilize thanks to a new mod. This should effectively double my farming space, if not even a little more, because this space is huge. I'll just walk down here so you can take a look at what I have to deal with. Planting, it's always a lot of fun. Clearing the land, not so bad. It's always the harvesting that kills me. But there you have it. A little bit of water at the bottom. Off to the left is a ledge. There's a pond and stuff up there. I don't have access to that right now. I could maybe do that, but for right now, I'm focused on the ground. I'm going to put this whole area full of seeds and harvest it just because I can. I always like going bigger and bigger, and this one is going to be the biggest one yet. So let's get started. The first thing we have to do, unfortunately, is skip ahead to summer because I want to plant rare seeds because they're the most valuable and they don't grow in the springtime. So, time to go to sleep for 28 days. Okay, that was exciting. Now, the first thing we need to do, seeing as it is the first day of summer, is clear all the land. And the best way to do that, I found, is using mega bombs. Simply because they blow up everything around them quite effortlessly, and they also hoe the ground as I go, so it's a 2-in-1. All I gotta do, run around with a bunch of mega bombs and everything takes care of itself. After that, just gotta plant. So, epilepsy warning. I lay a bunch of these down, the screen flashes, and I feel like a child again for a few minutes. And actually accomplish something productive at the same time, so yay! Well, that took care of just about everything with the exception of these large rocks and those large stumps. Luckily, I already have what I need to break those things, so unfortunately, I have to do this part manually. Alright, that's the first field ready for planting, but before I do that, I need to go and clear my other field now, so yay, twice as much work. So, same thing again, just lots and lots of bombs. Epilepsy warning one more time. Look away if you think you might have a seizure. Turns out I used a lot of bombs doing this. I've already gone through a full stack of 999, and I'm probably still gonna need at least 300 more. Okay, field number 2 has joined field number 1, and then it's ready for seeds. I'm gonna plant some seeds really quickly here. And by rare seeds earlier, I meant starfruit, because starfruit is the one that grows in summer, so it's gonna be a giant starfruit crop. Clearly I haven't had my coffee this morning, but that's actually a mistake I make a lot. So, starfruit gonna be planted. So I now have myself 7,000 starfruit seeds. We'll know how many we plant roughly by how many we have left, if any at all. We might actually need more than this. I don't really know how big this second field is yet. Also, not gonna fertilize, not gonna use scarecrows. I just want to see how big this field is before I get really carried away. If I decide I do care about the monetary value, I will skip ahead to fall and do the actual rare seeds. I just finished the first 1,000 seeds. I took up whatever this sliver you see on the edge of my field and a little bit at the top and bottom. So there's easily going to be a few thousand in this field, hopefully a lot more because I really want to do a giant crop. That point right there was 2,000 seeds. So we'll get not quite 3,000 but definitely over 2,000 in this field, which is still lots of extra seeds. There we go, field number 2 is all seeded. That took just over 2,500 seeds, so this is going to be a really big harvest. Unfortunately now, I gotta go put seeds in the other field, the original layout. Just like that, field number 1, all planted as well. I have about 1,000 seeds left, so I actually put about 6,000 in the ground. We'll get the exact number once they're harvested. I will add them all up along with the value. Anyways, I really need to go to bed right now because I don't want the game to crash and I would lose all my progress. And I can't get in the door. There we are. Straight to bed. Might as well look at the skills we got, seeing as we just started a new farm. So foraging leveled up from gathering everything. Leveled up twice, leveled up 3 times, 4 times. Okay, foraging leveled up 4 times on the very first day. That might be a record. Now, for those of you still wondering why I did not use any sprinklers or scarecrows, here is why. It's been 1 day since these were all planted. All I need to do is press O and they're grown. Just like that. So I don't need to waste this space or time or energy doing scarecrows or sprinklers. I'm going to run around today, make these all grown, and we can harvest them right away. Day 2. Again, this is the mod I'm using. I just didn't feel like going through the whole process to do this all right now. I just don't have the time. Field number 1 is done. That didn't take very long at all. Now I'm going to go do field number 2, which should take even less time because from what I gather, it's not quite as big. I will show you what it's like once it's all done. This is the finished product. A lot of starfruit, several thousand just right here. Now, fortunately, I have one of my favorite mods ever installed, and that's the Harvest with Scythe, so I can harvest a whole bunch all at the same time, and it's really quick. I've also given myself 2 magnet rings for extra Saki power, that way none of them get away. It's a real pain when you have to chase them around on the ground. New field is all harvested. Time to start on the original, my favorite, because I've done this a million times already, and it gets more and more exciting each and every time. I just realized there's a new pond to the right side of my farm as well. I like that it's over there and not taking up space on my farm because I like all the farming area, obviously. Less water equals more crops. And this little patch is the last little bit that I need to harvest, so just like that, we are done. Okay, let's throw all of these in the bin. I almost ran out of room in my backpack. That is a lot of starfruit. Let's see how many there are and what they're worth in my tiny little house with my tiny little bed. So the value of all those starfruit, we're going to have to actually open it up to take a look. So the value of these, if I'm reading this correctly, is going to be 4,537,442 gold, but it is shaking. I don't think it could possibly be worth any more than that, so we're going to go with that. 4.5 million gold for a single harvest on day 2 of summer year 1. So like I said, that was about 6,000 plants. There were a total of 5,990 that I harvested, and I don't think I lost any to the crows, so about 6,000 plants for about 4.5 million gold. Not too bad for an hour's worth of effort on day 3 of summer for the first year. Well, I really like this mod, and there's lots of other field layouts to choose from. I can also alter my original one too, along with having the extra one on the side, so I might do that in the future. Gonna look into a few more of these anyways. I'll list all the mods in the description. If you haven't seen my channel before, take a look, consider subscribing, new videos up all the time. Hope you like this one, thanks for watching.